Welcome to the Innate Series, the ultimate resource for chiropractors looking to grow, thrive, and align their practice with purpose. In this week's episode, we have a clip from one of our previous training summits. Dr. Tara Horrall shares the importance of setting expectations in chiropractic practice. Let's get started.
Good, right, healthy expectations of a staff look like? Somebody shout out a good, healthy expectation of staff.
Great attitude.
Great attitude. Being on time.
Go-getter.
Be a go-getter.
Belief in chiropractic.
Yeah. Get on board with chiropractic. Get on board with the mission, right?
Self-starter.
Be a self-starter. Be self-motivated, right? What else? Anybody here so far that's a staff member think that those things are like, there is no way I can do those things? No? You're like, yeah, that's me, right? Has anybody actually heard their doctor say that that's what they wanted out of you? One? Good. Two? Three? Oh, 4 from the invisible person. Loving that one. But look.
Just check.
The frustration of unmet expectations comes only from your lack of ability to verbalize the frustrations, the expectations. That's it. After that, it's just holding people accountable to what you expect them to do. Look, Susie, I get that you're having a bad day, but I'm going to expect that you can control your emotions at the front desk, or I'm afraid I'm going to have you go home for the day. So is this something, I'm sorry, I hate it, but is this something that you can, can we pull it together, or do we need to go home for the day? Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to pull this together. I get it. See you tomorrow. That's called accountability to your expectations. Okay? If you have unclear expectations, plus no accountability, you have very confused relationships. And they will base everything in the relationship on how you feel that day. They're going to walk in and they're going to take the emotional temperature and they're going to be like, okay, how's it going today? All right, this is where I need to be, right? Because they don't really know where they stand. Anybody want that position? Anybody ever? Hey, John. I was. So you got to figure out what your expectations are. Then, how do I communicate expectations? Hey, gang, these are the expectations. It's that easy. How do I hold them accountable? I have the conversation as soon as the expectation is unmet. Look, the expectation was that we were going to have that billing out every week, and it's not happened. What's happening? I just completely forgot. Ugh. How can we work together to make sure that that doesn't happen again? Because that has to get out every week. That's super important, and we just can't have that. It's that easy and that hard at the same time. I mean, that's my first warning, right? Second warning is going to sound something like this here. No, I'm just kidding. You know that song, surely. Goes like this here? Yeah, anyway, never mind. Second warning, I get it, I'm here. I do this on these Zoom calls too with Sherman, and they think I'm froze. No, this is just me talking to Innate. I'm here, I promise. Second warning is written, right? Second warning of unmet expectations. Look, we talked last time that there was an unmet expectation, verbalized said expectation, right? We said that needed to happen every week. We said the deadline for that to get done by every week was this. How's that going? Still haven't done it. You know, I hate it. You're super important to this team. This thing that's not being done is also super important for the office to function and flow like it's supposed to, super important for patients. And I don't like it, but I'm going to have to write you up for that. This is your written warning. Please, let's get that done by X date. Can you do that? Yes. Look, how many people, if it's done this way, do you not know that you have or have not met expectations? Isn't it pretty clear?
Yes.
Yeah. But you first got to know what they are in order to know how to hold accountable. Do I need to go through what the third conversation sounds like?
Sorry, we're going to have to let you go since you didn't follow the expectations.
Yeah. Look, we love having you here, but I got to have somebody who does this. And I got to be able to give it to you and know that that's something that can happen. And, you know, I gave you 2 chances. And I don't like it any more than you do. But we're going to have to do something different. This isn't working out. So, look at your expectations. Get some expectations that are good. Verbalize said expectations, and then hold accountable. Same for patients. Mrs. Jones, I expect you're going to be a great patient. You're going to get great results. You're going to send in everybody you know, and you're going to have a good time doing it. How's that sound? Sound fair? What person's going to go, I really think I'd like to get crappy results, and I don't want to say anything nice, and I really would like to just be an old turd while I'm in here. It's not how that's going to go, is it? They will live up to your expectations. But if you don't give any, guess what they're living up to? Nothing. How many people here would love that all your patients that were new patients became lifetime wellness chiropractic patients who stayed, paid, referred, were happy about it, right? Gave you a testimonial before you even asked, push, pulled, and dragged people off the street? Are you telling them that? Really? Dr. Ornoy said, whether in seriousness or in jest, bring it up, right? Man, I just think you're going to do so great. You're going to be running marathons, right? That'll be next week. I'll get you an order blank, right? Whatever, right? But set some expectations for something higher than where you're setting them now. Because I would guarantee right now, the expectations that you're setting, most folks are setting. Now, not you guys. You guys are the cream of the crop. Not anybody here. But I would guess that there are people out there that are watching this recording that are not setting any expectations with their patients. They're not getting people who stay, pay, or refer. And they're wondering why. And I would challenge you, it's because they've not given the patient any expectation to live up to. Do you see how what we talked about today can lead to happiness in your practice?
Yes.
Yeah, more cooperation between you and the staff and you and the patients. Better results for your patients. Yeah? Then I challenge you to write down right now the new expectation that you have, not my expectation for what your patients are going to get on Monday morning, but what is your highest expectation that you could possibly set for what your patients are going to get on Monday morning? And I don't mean just doctors, staff. What is your expectation that you're going to start setting for your patients?
Thank you for joining us on Innate. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. For more resources, mentorship opportunities, and to connect with our community, visit amcfamily.com. Until next time, stay aligned.